Hey guys, it's me, Shannon Marie, and it is September 9th, 2014. It is 11:42 p.m. and I need to be going to bed really soon because I have an 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, so I have crybaby face, and I was just thinking about the moment I had today at the World Trade Center site, and it was beyond profound. I will try to make this short, uh, but I didn't know what I was going to be doing there today. I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no plans. I I had the intention on doing everything I could to prepare my own physical body and my emotional body and my aura. I did everything I could to prepare my own self today before I went there. On the plane, it started this morning, but on the plane, I ate light, and I ate whole natural foods, and I made sure not to eat, like when I do or when I do any meditation, but let alone like powerful stuff like this today, I try to, when I do any meditation, I don't eat for 3 hours before, and I try not to even drink water the last hour, because that way the energy can just flow through your body when you have an empty stomach. And wow, I'm still trying to process all the stuff that happened today. So I'll try to like summarize it. I don't want to make a 25-minute video. But I will tell you that before I even got off of the plane today, I did some work to prepare myself and to prepare every element I could. And like I just said, I did not even know what I was going to be doing when I got there, but I knew I had to go, and I had to prepare, and I had to be there for whatever, and I did it, and I'm so glad I did, because it was so powerful. And so before I even got off the plane, I was already preparing myself, and on the plane I did it, at the hotel room after I checked in I did it, and then when I was at the World Trade Center site I did this little like warm-up, spiritual warm-up I do to prepare myself, and I'll just summarize it. First, I pull God's light into my body, and I radiate God's light. Very, very bright. That's A. B, I call in my heavenly team. And C, today, which I don't do on a normal basis, I just do A and B. Today, I called in the big guns, the big dogs. I sent a call out to not only my heavenly team, but my galactic team. My galactic team. Our galactic team. Our star brothers and sisters. Better known as extraterrestrials. I don't think I've ever seen one, but I know that they exist. I don't even know, like, there's just so much I want to say, but in our galaxy, in our universe, there's no more negativity left, except on planet Earth. And we are a big family on this planet. We're all connected to nature, to one another, to other planets, and beyond. And it's time that we start to recognize that and acknowledge that fact. You don't have to do anything with it. Simply acknowledge it. And that's a big start for humanity as a whole. To understand that we are not alone. A, we are not alone. B, they don't want to harm us. They don't have ill intentions for us. They want to help us because they know that if we self-destruct on this planet, that will affect everything else in our galaxy, in our universe. So they all have intentions of assisting us, and as humans living on this planet, we as humans living on this planet have to initiate. They can't just step in and say, oh, we'll do this, we'll do this. We know what to do to make it better. We, as humans living on planet Earth, have to initiate the things that we want. I didn't always know that, but I've come to understand it, and that's how the universe works. And so, I called in, I not only prepared my own self today, but I called in, and thank God I made notes on the plane, because I'm still trying to process what just happened tonight. There's so much going on in here right now. I'm glad I made notes, because trying to like recount those moments on the plane, like, that's irrelevant. But it's not irrelevant, like, it's very relevant. So I'm glad I took the notes. I had the urge to do it, because there's a part of me that was like, oh, I'll remember, like, this is so powerful, how could I not remember? But I'm glad I did this. So on the plane, I was connecting to the air surrounding the plane and all of the air surrounding our planet. I was also connecting to the clouds surrounding the plane and around our whole planet. And I connected to the water underneath us and the land underneath us. I'm like super nature girl to the max. I don't know who I've become, this person, and it's amazing, and it feels so good, and I've never felt more comfortable in my own skin. I also, after I connected God source and I pulled God energy into me, I did a meditation where I called in everyone I needed. I said, this is a call to my heavenly team and all of the loving beings from all corners of the universe. Please come here now to me. Please get into position to do this powerful work with me. I then, in an instant, got a powerful message, confirmation, that many are already stationed above the World Trade Center location in the sky. They are already stationed there, and they have created a space. And for this healing, they've created a space for this healing energy to come in, to take the place of the old, to replace the old energy. And I did that. I initiated that. And it's so crazy to think that that portal opening I was talking about, how I think it was through the 3rd and the 9th, This is the day. This is, and what this portal opening was about, the specific type of energy that was coming in, is to bring in the new, to push out the old. And I was talking about that days ago, and I had no idea what I was even going to do here. I just knew I was going to bring my God's light, my own light here. So it's just interesting how things line up. So they were already in position, stationed above the location, preparing the space for me and the energy work we will do. And many are there to simply hold the light for me and for us in that space, in and around the World Trade Center location. When I walked up initially, I had just jumped on the subway, and all the people and the sounds and the smells and everything was just so so stimulating. Like I was like in a rush to get there because I wanted to like have my time and have my moment there before it got too dark. So once I got there and I had been there for a few minutes, looking around and like whatever, exploring, there's a beautiful like waterfall in the center of where the towers were that goes down, and it's just gorgeous and huge, humongous. It all hit me all of a sudden. Like all of a sudden, I got hit with this wave of, I don't want to cry, but I got hit all of a sudden, out of nowhere, with this wave of sadness. And I want to explain it to you, because it's not, in that moment, it wasn't my sadness. It wasn't Shannon, her sadness for what happened there. It was clear to me. It was the sadness of everyone that died there that day. And it was the sadness of their family and friends. And it was just this pure sadness and devastation and grief and scared, like all into one. And when I first started to feel that overwhelming sense of grief and sadness, I still continued to walk around, and I wanted to walk around the whole thing 3 times to create this circle, this light circle around, where it's this solid energy circle around the World Trade Center location, where God's light can just funnel and pour in to our planet from that location. I wanted God's light to flow in straight through all of that negativity and destruction and devastation that was there, and all the negative energy, God's energy. I wanted that to be like this big space where God's light just like funnels through to the center of our planet and lighten things and heal. So that was my plan, was to walk around 3 times to create this. And I couldn't even get a quarter of the way past or through the first one, and I completely got hit with this wave of energy. And I kept walking, and I figured, this is, if any place I could cry here. No one's gonna look at me funny or sideways. Like, I could do this here, it's okay. So I just tried to keep walking, and it just got overwhelming, and I couldn't. I almost had a panic attack. Like, I was sitting there breathing. I was so wild. Like, you guys, where did this come from? It just came out of nowhere all of a sudden, and I just felt it, and it was so strong. It was so strong, and I wanna go. I can't. Like, this is crazy. I'll come back tomorrow if I'm still at the hotel, like, depending on what my plans are for the day, but I'm leaving New York to go back to LA tomorrow night, and I just want to say, like, oh, I'll just say this, okay? So I ended up having a really great conversation with a reporter who was there taking photos. They're preparing a story for his newspaper to publish on September 11th, and he was there with his tripod on this one little flag, this American flag that was stuck in one of the names, because all the names of everyone that died were on this like marble like placard all the way around this waterfall. And I ended up overhearing a conversation where he was telling this one of the security ladies, he was telling her, you know, it's crazy because I was looking, and he ended up telling me once I ended up talking with him, but he's like, I was looking around this whole space for something to photograph, and from afar I see this little American flag like stuck in someone's name, because the names are cut out. And he walked all the way from wherever he was over to the flag to photograph it. And he said, he mentioned it was wild because he was there the day that, in 2001, September 11, 2001, he was there within minutes after the World Trade Center towers fell, and he reported on it, and he got really close with some of the families of the people that passed away that day. And so that's a little background. And he got really close with this one family, and when he walked all the way from across to that a little American flag, he found that the American flag was in that guy of the family that he got really close to. It was in that guy's name. So he was like, oh my God, like, that's crazy. And then the security lady from the World Trade Center site, she was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy, let me tell you this. And she said just this week, 2 family members, like these 2 people were related, and their friend's son died in the World Trade Center that day. And she said they rode their bikes here, they parked their bikes, and then they went over to the directory to see where their friend's son, his name was. And like, I'm telling you, this thing is huge, you guys. It's huge. It's very long. There's so many names on it. And they said when they got the coordinates of where the name was, they realized that where they had parked their bikes is right in front of the boy's name. Right in front of his name. And I'm saying this to you guys because I want you to understand that nothing is an accident in this life. Nothing is an accident in this life. Everything is significant. Everything in this life is significant. These are 2 random people, and we all happen to all 3 be standing there talking, and he had a story, a synchronicity, she had one, and my whole life is one. The fact that I'm here today, and I will come back. I have to come back, but this is 20 minutes now. I can't. I need to go to bed. It's 12:02 a.m. So I'm gonna go. Today was very powerful. I didn't know what to expect, and this exceeded my whatever expectations I could have had for the day. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for listening to me talk and watching my videos, and this was a big one today, so I love you guys and thank you.